P.A.W.S has been in existence for about 10 years now, and I've been involved for the past 8. We feel strongly that spay-neuter is really the answer to the problems that we're facing. There's going to be a continual influx of unwanted animals until we can establish a protocol of all animals being spayed and neutered. Just step up, do the right thing. If you don't want the dog, that's okay, but don't just leave it there. It cannot fend for itself. If they had spayed or neutered the first couple, they never would have ended up in that situation, and we never would have ended up with 63 dogs that needed a home. You know, that was P.A.W.S in action right there, because those dogs would have been euthanized immediately. They would not have been given a chance.
It's frustrating. You want to cry and go, we work so hard, we try so hard, what is wrong with people?
Again and again, we find people who are heartless enough to do this to an animal in the first place, but then we find people who really care and reach out.
There's a phrase about raising a child takes a village. Well, I think helping animals takes a village. And we all have to pitch in, and whether it's with time or money or this miraculous wish that she was able to grant us is just phenomenal.
Terry Whalen with P.A.W.S says Annika's wish is also a dream come true for their group.
She could have wished for anything, and she decided to use this opportunity for the greater good.
The Make-A-Wish program is donating $7,000 to Paws of the Shoals.
With this money, we'll be able to spay and neuter approximately 70 animals. And in turn, not only will it save their lives, but it will save the unwanted births of approximately 390 just for 1 litter each. So we're talking hundreds, and then multiply that over the years by thousands of animals that will not be born and go homeless because of what Annika's doing for us.
Dan Summey and Terry have been called out many times on weekends and evenings, but serious situations where they're going to die if someone doesn't help. And that's something that P.A.W.S does over and over and over.
And the volunteers have worked very hard, and it's just going to take time. It's going to take time to get her body to heal and time for her mind to heal, and we have that time.
And it's possible.
It is possible. It's very possible. But we're dedicated to that, and that's what we want to do, is to help those that can't help themselves. But once we make a commitment to an animal, they are ours, and we do not turn them away. We do not euthanize. We do not bring them to the shelter. We will do whatever we have to do to take care of them. I feel blessed that I have the opportunity to help. They can't do it for themselves. We have to step up as a society and say enough. We have to take responsibility for each and every one. If we allow them to be born, they're our responsibility.
But that's why you're still here.
Yes.
With P.A.W.S, because you know that you have that power, and you've done it before.
Yes. Right. Over and over and over and over. And I hope someday we're not needed. I hope someday we don't need a foster program. I hope someday that our whole culture will understand that these are living creatures. We may not like them, we may not want to own them, we may not feel they're as important as some others, but we do not have a right to abuse them and neglect them.
She wound up with so many fosters that her entire life was take care of her child, who's 6, her husband, work full-time, and take care of 20-some fosters. So we had to put her in therapy. No, I'm kidding.
Which I am a therapist. Isn't that
ironic? She is a therapist. But, you know, she couldn't say no. She couldn't let one die.
You guys are animal healers.
Yeah, I said pretty soon they're going to start calling Terry and I. Like, they say they work for P.A.W.S, but they're really animal hoarders.
We're, you know, as a nonprofit private organization, I think we're in a very good position to advocate for the overall well-being of animals in our communities. Really, I think establishing a momentum that things need to change in the positive direction for the well-serval.
And you can see why they let Terry talk to the politicians and not me.